Welcome to a brand new Hearthstone series involving the Hunter, and again, this deck I'm about to show you is just for fun. It's not meant for competitive or as a meta kind of deck. It's more of like an old school kind of deck, mixed with one card from the recent expansions, which I'll get to in a while. And like starting off with every fresh new deck, I have the tendency to go over the deck list, just so if anyone else wants to try it or have like fun with it, they surely can. But first card is Astalor. We use him because he's very versatile and can help with border clear or potential win condition, but nowadays I primarily use them for like board control, since this deck I'm about to show you is like minion heavy and doesn't have like a lot of spells. Next is Conjured Arrow. Use this for card draw, and a Selective Breeder because we have Mr. Mukla, Hydra which I love this legendary for Hunter, and the good old classic King Crush, which I enjoy using very much as well. Next is Spirit Poacher, because we're having a theme of including cards that can summon like dormant Wildseeds. That is why I call this like the Renathal Beast Wildseed deck. And next, the Titanforge Traps. Be able to summon 2 secrets at a time, which is always fun. Keep your opponents on their toes. Next is Harduran Brightwing. This is to specifically help out star power for like board control, which again, Hunter isn't really known for having the strongest like board wipe of all, so that's why the +1 spell damage will help star power in that sense. And don't really need to go over Prince Renathal. I just like using them to have a much bigger size deck. Try to make it as diverse and include cards that I enjoy or like using. Next is the Stag Charge, which is to help with early game removal and to keep with the theme of Wildseeds, because they're summon 1. Next is the Stitch Tracker. We get to discover copies of any minions, which it's fun to use this in combination of ETC Band Manager, Ignis the Eternal Flame, sometimes Agrimar the Avenger, or like Mukla, Sylvanas, Hydrolodon, King Crush, Yark, Saron Unleashed, or at times the Ceaseless Expanse if we're up against other control style decks. Next is Wild Spirits, being able to summon 2 different Wildseeds and early game presence as well. Zola the Gorgon. I have the tendency to like using this at times because you can have like an extra copy of Ignis, for example, or when Sylvanas is infused, you can take control of their like win condition first with Sylvanas and then use Zola to copy their win condition. Next is Dragon Bane, which I think is a good 4-drop legendary minion because you really don't want like your opponent, speaking of as like myself, of being able to use your hero power and deal 5 damage. That is what I call like good mid game or early game board control. Next is ETC Band Manager, and what I've noticed, what I've been struggling against, is decks that contain Death Rattle, which is why I included Smothering Starfish, Death Roll for like control decks, or with any minions that I know have like troubles removing. Lothar for metagame, or decks like Rogue or Major, for example. If their deck is highly reliant on spells, this would cause like a disruption with their like game plan, making their spells cost 5 more. Next is Ignis the Eternal Flame, being able to craft a custom weapon. Always fun and enjoyable. Airlone, use this to keep the theme of the Wildseed theme and create border presence, and I think is a good mid-range type of minion. And Star Power for removal. Agamar, the Avenger, primarily use Swift Slash for like board control, or to create board presence with the 3/3 Enforcer taunts, or for card draw, which is always nice in 40 card decks. And next is Beaststalker Tavish, I believe, being able to discover and cast 2 improved secrets. It's always fun being able to play secrets in hunter decks, and instead of having to deal 2 damage to the enemy hero with your hero power somewhere in an animal companion, I enjoy like the summon pet ability more than that, because I don't like playing aggro style decks. Hollowhound for lifesteal, because we got no other way to sustain ourselves. Hope of Querthalos. This goes well in combination with Laura Thamar, which would then double the stats of all minions in your deck, so potentially make all your minions a threat. Next is Mr. Mukla. Use this to get rid of big threats. Sylvanas, the Accused, for getting rid of big threats or creatures that we will have troubles getting rid of. Faithful Companions, primarily use this with like Mr. Mukla, Hollowhound, or specifically Keen Crush as like my win condition. Hydrolodon is the next card. Love this beast legendary because you get potential border clear and board presence, and you can't leave it like alive, otherwise you'll be able to just gain a big health advantage. And next is Lothamar, double the stats of all your minions, just making all your minions a threat. And then from the old school days, Prison of Yogg Savanna, this is just for fun and shenanigans, to see what happens with like the 4 random spells that you like cast. Stringathorn, Heart, resurrect all our 5 cards and more beasts, which obviously is Hollowhound, Mr. Mukla, Hydrolodon, and King Crush. Next is King Crush. Still enjoy this old school legendary beast, and T-Rexes are my personal all-time favorite dinosaurs, so that's why I have to include them in a Hunter, because T-Rexes are my favorite. But we use King Crush as our win condition. And we only use Yarg Savannah for board control with Induce Insanity, or take control of one of their win conditions or threats on the board with Reign of Chaos. And just to spice things up a bit, I am experimenting with the Ceaseless Expanse, since Hunters don't have like the best like board removal. We use the Ceaseless Expanse for like board control. And so with the deck list out of the way, let's get in with a few games, starting off with the new month. Hopefully get like a few wins if possible, and after the like video off camera, I'll be getting the card back for this new month. And so let's see who our first opponent will be. And looks like Death Knight. So it's either gonna be Smothering Starfish or Death Roll in this matchup when using ETC. And the main reason why I chose Hunter next to showcase in the next Hearthstone series is because I love playing the Hunter class so much, and with like all the beasts and like secrets they can use and like the type of weapons. And it was also my very first class in World of Warcraft. Went with the survival talent tree, and being able to have minions, pets, and beasts, like that's always just fun for me. And, with our hand, it's, I don't know, I'd say decent. We do get like a turn 3 play, but yeah, ever since like the classic World of Warcraft days, I've spent many hours on the Hunter class, and it's so much fun at using a bow and arrow crossbow in that game. It's just so nice to have something like that in the card of like Hope of Karathalos, because it definitely does look like a bow and arrow. I mean bow. And I really haven't been a fan of like the guns in World of Warcraft. I think this fits more with like the Hunter theme or Hunter class. Well, these really aren't the best options for Stitch Tracker, so we'll just pick Zola the Gorgon. And in the comment section below, if anyone else really enjoys the Hunter class, or it was their like first class in World of Warcraft, please let me know. And you can also tell me the reasons why like you chose Hunter, or why it's your favorite. And if I went back to World of Warcraft, I'll definitely be playing Hunter again, just because it's a lot of fun being able to have a companion. And there was a time where I've also done Beast Mastery for like the talent, and I've enjoyed that a lot as well. Really haven't been a fan of like marksmanship, but knowing I haven't played the past 2 or 3 expansions, who knows how Hunter is holding up in World of Warcraft nowadays. And looks like we're up against Plague Death Knight. So this is going to be an interesting matchup, and I think we're...
How can this be?
Just play Agrimar, knowing that we got a good hand size and got 100 arrow for card draw. We'll just summon ourselves a taunt. That is if he doesn't destroy our weapon. And if everything goes well, gonna plan on playing Lothar next, and just making every one of like my minions a threat. And we're to see how Plague Death Knight can hold up against that. Yeah, and it's all... I really haven't figured out the next class of the deck after doing 3 episodes of Hunter, but if anything, I've possibly Dragon Druid, or instead of like another Hearthstone series, I'll actually post up some videos of Heroes of the Storm, and I'm very new and will be coming out fresh out in Heroes of the Storm, so for a while it's just gonna be entertainment, no like quick matches, unranked or rank yet. And you know, I think I have to do this, but we cannot leave the Primus out on the board whatsoever. We can gain so much value from it. And we'll say the Primus is my favorite legendary from Death Knight, which at the time I loved the Titan expansion, having like different kind of Titans. And one of my other personal favorite Titans is Sargeras, which don't have enough cards to make like a good enough or like fun Warlock deck, which I want to.
Take a good look. You ain't never seen the light again.
So for our next play, still trying to figure that out. Might be Aerolon or maybe Hollowhound. That's definitely a good combo with what our opponent did. In combination of Glyphane as well. Good draw to get Sylvanas. And knowing this is a copy of Zora, we can do this.
How can this be?
Such a perfect
And that was what I was like saying as an example, knowing that he took control of Mr. Mukla and was basically a 24-17 star power for sure would have not finished it off. That's why we have Sylvanas, and with all the copies and like Wildseeds that we like summon to the board, goes very well with Sylvanas' infused ability. And so definitely a close game. And looks like we actually win too, because we have two 2020 King Crushes, and we have a way to get rid of the top minion.
How can this be?
And it's so enjoyable using King Crush. And our next draw was a dead draw with Prince Renathal, so... See, even the old school decks can win early on, but they're definitely not going to get you to Legendary. Well, they could, but it'll be a very long time. It would also be cooler to showcase the Ceaseless Expanse, because people will be surprised to see that in a Hunter deck, but I'm using it in combination with the Wildseed theme, kind of making this like a hybrid of like control and mid-range in a sense.
Build you up and knock you down.
And that's one of the other like reasons for using Prison of Yogg-Saron is because with this deck being so minion heavy, it's nice to have the options of like other useful spells that can be cast from Prison of Yogg-Saron, but they can also be useless or unhelpful, or even help your opponent at times.
I see you brought guests.
And I always do not like it when King Crush is in my opening hand, because that means we can't copy it, we can't use Faithful Companions in combination of it. And so our next opponent is Olishi, hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Playing Paladin, and if he doesn't ooh, very interesting.
A red sun rises.
I think we're just gonna risk it. Play Select a Breeder. We're gonna go with Hydrolodon because this kind of looks like some kind of aggro style deck. Yeah, and just so everyone knows, when I get paid, we'll be getting like the, I'm not sure if you call it pre-purchase or pre-expansion for like the new expansion that is to come.
Reporting for duty.
And if you would like me to do a video of like opening up all the packs, I can definitely do that, and I still think I will still plan on doing that as well. No, this is a Reno style deck.
Gaze into the horizon.
Not sure how we'll hold up with this. Right.
Arcane arrow.
Not the greatest hands that I got, having a few expensive minions. And I really hope one of these days we get some more Hunter hero skins, because I've used this hero skin for a very long time and would like to switch it up. And I take Sylvanas.
Not one more!
Be awesome if we top deck star power, but sometimes have my doubts with like 40 card decks. And I still hope that to this day to have like all the cards collected in Hearthstone, so I can create like a huge diversity of different kind of decks. But right now we're at 25% with our collection, which is not a lot. Still got 3/4 of the way to go until we get all the cards.
Excuse me.
And it looks like it's pretty clear what our next play would be, which would be Wildseed and Selective Breeder. And it'd be nice to showcase Ceaseless Expanse. I think we're doing another Hydrolodon again. And it's hopefully like we can make it to turn 7 or turn 9. Yeah, knowing how this game is going so far, definitely think it's gonna be his win, but I think we will still play Hollow Hound just to gain some life. And so far we've gained a little bit of control of the board, but honestly thought he was gonna save that for like our actual like threats or bigger size minions. Just to help with the board stage, we're gonna clear our 2 minions instead of just 1. Plus, by getting rid of that, you can only dredge with this. By the looks of it, I don't think we'll survive this turn, but at least we gave it a shot. Can't win every game, but again with this deck, here to have fun. Not meant to be meta or competitive. Good once in a while to play old school like kind of cards. Alright, and we would just do one more game and that will wrap it up with our Beast Wildseed Hunter deck. And I hope I can actually showcase the Ceaseless Expanse, see if I get reactions out of anyone. But playing this class definitely makes me want to play World of Warcraft again and start with like a Hunter class again, because I sure miss playing Hunter a lot. And our opponent is named Priceless81, who is a mage. So possibly Lothar would be the best choice against this matchup if they're a spell heavy deck. And at least we got a 2 and a 3 drop and can use Titan Forge traps for turn 4. Oh, that's not what I wanted to draw, but at least we can still copy Keen Crush at the very least. And I hope they're not going to be playing like Ice Block or especially Objection or the secret that transforms your minion into a 1/1 sheep. I think with this we are gonna choose Mukla. Just so we can help out with our spell, like 8 card spell that like resurrects all 5 cost or more bees, so the more bigger size threats. Hopefully that'll be enough to win us a game. And just because I love controlling the board removal, I'm gonna go with Pressure Plate and Snipe. No good at turn 5 plays, but I think that'll be alright since no one has gained too much of a board presence. Let's see what we get. Hopefully something. I think we are gonna go with Ignis. Either play Hollow Hound turn 6 or Ignis the Eternal Flame and craft a custom weapon. Or maybe even just Mr. Mukla. No, we'll save on to Mr. Mukla. We'll just because I like having fun, we're gonna do Wind Fury, gain 8 armor. That can potentially help us if they're like an OT K style deck using like fireballs or pyroblasts. Definitely not a great minion for Snipe, but at least we still are maintaining board control. And in this state, I'm just gonna risk it, but we're gonna try and make our opponent play defensively here. The odds are pretty slim, so kind of. It's not what I was going for, because now it can easily be removed. We've finally got the Ceaseless Expanse in our hand. Hopefully get the opportunity to showcase that. Hopefully get like a reaction out of someone. Okay, in this case, we will play Mr. Mukla just to get rid of that threat. Ooh, that was pretty nice, not having it in his hand. Alright, the chances of that were just when they stole our big threat with mind control tech, we got rid of it with Pressure Plate. Who knew that would have played out like that? Alright, so for this play, think we're just gonna do it like this. Play Agrimar. Play Bright Green. Specifically for our star power card. And we're gonna create ourselves a taunt. Kind of trying to make our opponent play defensively instead of being able to play their win conditions. We are definitely gonna play it safe here. Don't wanna get like it's completely alright.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us. Our gift of frost shields us. Not one more.
Okay, so far so good. We got border control. Our hand size is still good, and got him within lethal range. That is, if he doesn't play ice block or ice barrier. But still can be anyone's game, and that's what I like about Hearthstone. You never know who's gonna come out on top, and it's always cool to see the different kinds of decks, combos, and like spells and minions that people play. So far, no taunt minions and no secret. So if he doesn't play, alright. Looks like we take game number 3, and I'm sorry we haven't gotten to use this, but definitely would have been fun. But you know, we'll just
Arcane bolt.
play it safe with wow, I was expecting ice block. Alright, I guess we could have played King Crush, but I didn't want to take that chance. And looks like we're 3 wins away from the new card back, which is very nice looking. Got ourselves up to Bronze 7 from Bronze 9, which is nothing to brag about. And that's gonna be it for today's Hearthstone video. Hope all of you enjoyed yourselves or found some kind of enjoyment from it, or can relate to anything that I've said in this video. And with that being said, don't give up and follow your heart, and I'll see you all in the next episode.